You're watching Fox 26, and now Fox 26 News at 10 o'clock.
Good evening, I'm Monty Torres.
And I'm Liz Gonzalez. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, the future of California high-speed rail project is under threat again as the federal government threatens to pull $4 billion in federal funds.
Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy says a new report found the project is in default of the terms of its federal grants.
Now, we're going to give California 30 days to respond to this report, but we have $4 billion on the line in this project. And again, I think we should have high-speed rail, but we're having real issues of whether this high-speed rail will actually be built.
Now, the project has received nearly $7 billion over the last 15 years, but has not laid a single high-speed rail track.
Some of the key findings from the Federal Railroad Administration's 300-page compliance report released today include California High-Speed Rail has a $7 billion funding gap to complete the initial portion from Merced to Bakersfield. Its budget contingency is inadequate to cover anticipated contractor delay claims. It has overrepresented its ridership projections, and it has no viable path to complete the first stretch by 2033.
The California High-Speed Rail Authority has 37 days now to respond and dispute those claims. And voters approved Proposition 1A, that was in 2008, to fund the high-speed rail project that was originally set for completion in 2020. 5 years later, work continues, but no trains are operating, and again, no track has been laid. And
now state lawmakers are responding to that new review of the California high-speed rail ordered by Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Fox 26 reporter Brianda Lemos joins us live with their reaction. So just what are they saying about this, Brianda?
Well, years of delay, also funding issues, and now also having a federal review. Many are calling this a project, a train to nowhere, questioning whether if it's even worth finishing or the future that it may have. Now, also supporters are continuing to ask people for time and cooperation. Now, we ask you to have your phones out. We also want to hear your opinion.
In April, Fox 26 asked the CEO of California High-Speed Rail, Ian Chowdhury, what would happen if the federal government pulled its funds for the project. His answer:
funding commitments we had from both federal and state. If one of that gets reduced, we realign, relook at the program, and see where we go.
Now the project is creeping closer to the possibility. That's after a review by the Department of Transportation. It took a closer look at the fine print presented to voters who approved the project in 2008 and the federal government. Many across the state, including some lawmakers, are not happy with the findings.
It's absolutely just been a waste of taxpayer dollars. And I'm really getting tired of the California legislature and Gavin Newsom trying to defend their bad decisions and doubling down on their bad decisions when we know the truth about this project.
Assemblywoman Alexandra Macedo tells us she believes the high-speed rail project was misled to the public and isn't capable of being successful even between Merced and Bakersfield. She says other infrastructure projects could keep people working and benefit the Central Valley more. And she's not alone. Congressman Vince Vaughn says this has been a failed, mismanaged project.
Those same individuals can be building roads, they can be building bridges, they could be expanding runways, they could be building inland ports, they could be building water storage projects, they could be doing wildfire management. Those are the projects that we need, right?
But some supporters remain firm. Congressman Jim Costa told Fox 26 Wednesday morning these projects take time.
The fact is that the president has spoken at different times. Why in America? Why in America, the best country in the world, we don't have high-speed rail? And of course, the answer to that question is because you're not willing to take the time to invest, to have the federal state partnerships that has allowed that to occur and flourish in Europe and in Asia.
The California High Rail Authority responded to the Federal Railroad Administration's review saying we remain firmly committed to completing the nation's first true high-speed rail system connecting the major population centers in the state. The authority strongly disagrees with the FRA's conclusion, which are misguided and do not reflect the substantial progress made to deliver high-speed rail in California. The High-Speed Rail Authority says most of the funding is coming from the state. Governor Gavin Newsom's proposal before the legislature would allocate at least $1 billion per year for the next 20 years to complete the project.
If the High-Speed Rail Authority does not respond within 37 days with a detailed corrective plan, the Federal Railroad Association will continue and moving forward with cutting back federal funds. Now, 82% of the money that's been wasted for this project is state funding, but the other 18% is federal funding. In Fresno, Brianda Lamus, Fox 26 News.
All right, thanks so much, Brianda, for that live report. Now, I was the one who did the interview with the CEO of the California High-Speed Rail Authority back in April, and he said that the HSR is buying tracks this year and does plan to begin laying those tracks through next year. He did, however, candidly admit to me that he inherited a mess. That is what he said. He inherited a mess. That was when he took over this project in September of last year. He also said that the authority is really busy working on what he calls private partnerships, hopefully bringing in some private investors, which he says will be needed in order to get this project on track.
Remains to be seen.
Indeed.
Well, we would like to hear from you now. Do you think the California High-Speed Rail project will be canceled or completed, or should be? Chime in with your answer in our website. All you have to do is search KMPH.com or scan the QR code on your screen.